Have you been thinking about starting a YouTube channel but felt overwhelmed because you didn't know where to even start? Hi, I'm Yaz, your artsy BFF. In this video, I'm kicking off a brand new series about starting and growing a YouTube channel. This first video is all about setting up your channel the right way from the very beginning. We're talking the basics, choosing your content, picking a name, branding your channel, and setting things up so you feel confident before you ever hit upload. Also, even if you already have a YouTube channel, this video can still be really helpful. So this isn't just for people starting from scratch. So let's start with talking about choosing your content and niche. Before you even create the channel, it really helps to get clear on what kind of content you want to make. Ask yourself, do I want my content to be educational, inspirational, entertaining, or maybe a mix? Next up, let's talking about choosing a channel name. This is obviously really important. Personally, I think straightforward names are powerful, especially when you're starting out. If someone sees your username, they should have a pretty good idea of what kind of content you make. For example, an art-related name for art content, or maybe a game-related name if you're creating gaming content. These are just a couple things you want to think about when it comes to your channel name. Next, let's talk about your profile picture and banner. It comes down to branding basics. Starting with your profile picture, it should be clear, easy to recognize at a small size, and consistent with your brand. Your banner is where you can tell people more about what kind of content you make, when you post, if you have a schedule, and your overall vibe. I made my banner using Canva, and it's a great option if you're not good at designing. It's free and super easy to use, so definitely give it a shot. Just a couple things to keep in mind when you're designing your banner, and even with your profile picture. Try to stick to a consistent color palette, use similar fonts, and match the overall style you want your channel to have. This helps your channel look intentional and really put together, even if you're just starting out. Okay, so next up, let's talk about your channel description, because this is something I see a lot of people struggle with. Most of the time, if people see a huge block of text, they're just not going to read it. Attention spans just aren't what they used to be, so your goal here should be clarity and not length. Here's a simple way to break your channel description down so it's easy to read and actually useful. Let's talk about the first line in your channel description. Your first line should be 2 to 3 words that describe the main essence of your channel. For example, mine says art and inspiration. This immediately tells people what my channel is about. I included the word art because that's my main content. Inspiration because my goal is to encourage people to connect with their creativity. Think of this line as your channel's headline. So for the next section, you want to include what people can expect. For this part, you're going to want to write 3 to 4 short sentences explaining the type of content people can expect to see on your channel. Keep this concise. This is where you can mention the kind of videos you make, who your content is for, what value viewers will get from watching. Short paragraphs are key here. You don't want people to feel overwhelmed by a wall of text. Now on to the third section of your channel description. Let's call this the invitation and community part. So this is the part where you're going to want to add 2 to 3 sentences encouraging people to watch your videos, engage in the comments, and to join your community. This helps set the tone for your channel and lets people know you're open to connection and conversation. And for the final line, your contact information. The last thing you'll want to include is a contact email, especially if you're open to sponsorships, collaborations, or if you sell your own products or services. Now, I should mention there is an option to add your email in the channel settings, but that email doesn't always show up for people viewing your channel on mobile, I noticed. So it's a really good idea to list your contact email again at the bottom of your channel description so it's easy to find. Just one last thing about the channel description. Don't be afraid to revisit and update your channel description as your content evolves. This isn't a one and done type thing. You can also set channel guidelines, which lets viewers know what kind of behavior is expected in your comments. Helps set the tone for your community, make moderation easier, and attract people who align with your values. Think of it as telling people, this is the kind of space I'm creating here. So this was the foundation of how to start a YouTube channel from the ground up. In the next video in this series, I'll be talking about how to get your first 50 subscribers, and we'll go deeper into actually growing once your channel is set up. If you're excited about starting a channel or you already have one, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear about where you're at in your journey. And for even more artist advice videos, click this playlist here. And if you haven't yet, please like and subscribe to support this channel. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye, Art Bestie!